Join us now as we have the rare opportunity to watch the world's foremost nature photographer at work. He's captured shots nobody else in his field has ever dreamed of, ranking him among the world's best photographers. But he must make use of all his wit and experience as he searches for perhaps the most elusive subject in the natural world. Never seen and never photographed. All we have are tantalizing hints of the rare Pink Panther. And that's why this man, with his innate understanding of nature, sharp wit, natural raw talent, and years of experience, is the only one capable of such a difficult and tedious task. Not to mention, he's a sharp dresser. And the search begins. Moving like an animal himself, he snakes through the forest like one of its own. In order to capture this mysterious beast, our hero must always remain alert. Have an eye sharp as the eagle itself. Finding himself blending in with the terrain, this pioneer of nature photography is as careful as a predator, watching his every move. A pleasure to watch him work. Graceful, elegant, unpronounced, meticulous, unnoticed, free-flowing, fluid, enchanting, legendary. The hunt continues. Patience is the ultimate virtue for a top nature photographer. He has been 3 days waiting for some sign of the Pink Panther. Ever alert, always aware, he must be ready for action at any time. Constantly watchful, every muscle tensed for the moment of truth. One never knows when the shock of a lifetime will appear within camera range. The jungle, with its many species of wild animals and poisonous plants, is a very hazardous place. In a bold and potentially dangerous move, our man has decided to seek out the Pink Panther in his secret hidden lair. Here, he'll surprise the hunter where he least expects it. Everywhere, remains of prey taken and eaten by this ferocious hunter. No creature is safe from this cold-blooded predator, which has the surprising tendency to sometimes toy with his food. Despite our photographer's stealthy approach, the panther has sensed an intruder and slinks into the darkness. Carefully, he proceeds. His expertly trained eyes peeled for the paw print of the panther. At last, our hero has his precious pink prey practically procured. A true professional, this photographic genius is always in the right place at the right time. Positively? Perhaps? Could it be? Just when things are darkest, the dedicated nature photographer's determination pays off. At last, returning to civilization in triumph, the world's top nature photographer is welcomed by his magazine editor with cheers of admiration. Now, on to the next great challenge. Earth. Millions of years ago, primordial ooze gives way to primitive creature. Life is a daily struggle to survive. Everywhere, plant life and creatures alike evolve. Behold, primitive man, destined to rule the earth. Ah, primitive panther, destined for coolness. The food chain, a constant battle of man over his environment. Food is where you find it. Once he's found food, man's quest is to get it back to his cave. Behold man, periodically clever. Ah, primitive panther, always clever. Behold, the wheel. Looks like Panther has found a way to get his food home. Well, what do you know? The wheelbarrow has been invented. Looks like primitive Panther has invented the first powered cart. It's just like man to make things bigger. Not necessarily better. Ancient Earth provides primitive man with all the food he can eat. As long as he's smart enough to catch it. In time, prehistoric man became a great fisherman. What's this? Primitive Panther is learning how to use tools.
Success! Behold, the discovery of compassion. As usual, primitive man is not to be outdone. Behold, the, I don't even know what that is. It worked? I mean, it worked! The bigger the fish, the bigger the fight. Behold, the one that got away. Given the size of primitive man's brain, it will still be thousands of years before he discovers art. Well, let's have a look. What's this? Ah, clearly a higher form of art. Primitive creatures simply had to deal with their harsh environments. A nice cold drink would certainly hit the spot right about now. Looks like other primitive creatures have learned the art of using tools. The quest for food is also the quest for drink. There, isn't that refreshing? All you need now is to get more. Yes, primitive man. Ever so primitive. Let's see how Panther is doing. Ah! Brilliant! The discovery of flight! All you have is a bone. Behold! Industrial espionage! Well, let's see it work. Looks safe enough.
Oh.
Bravo! Man has bested flight! Primitive man will rule the earth. Or maybe not. Even the food chain has a weakest link. That's using your head. Primitive Panther will survive the Stone Age. I'm not so sure about primitive man.
Timepiece 9000. Destination home completed. Timepiece 9000. Go back in time. Destination 100 million years ago. Alarm clock. Go forward in time. Go back in time. Destination 1000 BC. Speed up time. Now. Back to normal speed. Random jump now. Destination home. Destination home completed.